Hong Kong is certainly a food paradise, offering a wide array of culinary delights. From local street food stalls to upscale restaurants, the city caters to diverse tastes and preferences. While we enjoy this delicious food, it's essential to think about how our food choices affect the environment. Welcome back to our program series, Sustainability in Action. In today's episode, we will look into our food choices and their impact on sustainability. As we stroll through supermarket aisles and enjoy a diverse range of cuisines, it's important to reflect on this question. How can we prioritize food sustainability to reduce resource consumption and energy usage? Let's hear what our students have to say about their food choices.
You know, I'm a big fan of meat and seafood. They are a huge part of what I eat. But sometimes I end up with more food than I can handle in one go. So what I do, I just pick up the leftover, and simple as that. It is a great way to save my money and also do my bit for the environment. Plus, it is like getting a second home-cooked meal without having to cook again. It is a real time saver and win-win situation for all around. And hey, if we can all do our bit to manage our food better and make the most of our leftover, and our daily living will be more and more sustainable.
I've always had a thing for veggies. Over time, I've been leaning more towards plant-based meals. You may wonder why. Well, it's all about environment and energy consumption. You see, growing plants for food uses way less resources and leaves a smaller carbon footprint than raising animals for meat. It is a simple way I can help cut down on greenhouse gases and save natural resources. Plus, I make sure to mix up the veggies I eat to keep my diet balanced and meats tasty. I love trying out new recipes and flavors, just to make it more exciting. And whenever I can, I buy local produced. It is a great way to support our local farmers and cut down on those transportation emissions.
Sometimes I buy more food than I need. It's just handy to have extra stuff in the fridge, especially when life gets busy and cooking isn't an option. But don't worry, I'm not just filling my fridge for the sake of it. I'm pretty careful about planning my meals and shopping responsibly. I keep an eye on those expiration dates and use a first in, first out system to make sure nothing goes to waste. So I get the best of both worlds, less food waste and a fridge that's always ready for whatever I need.
It's remarkable to see our students making smart choices when it comes to planning, shopping, and eating. Sustainable food practices involve producing more nutrition with fewer resources. But how do we understand the concept of food sustainability?
Food sustainability isn't only about the food itself. It's a combination of factors including how the food is produced, distributed, packaged, and consumed. Food sustainability also involves producing food without harmful pesticides, chemicals, or unnecessary antibiotics. The food and its production should be safe and healthy, not only for consumers, but also for industry workers and the environment. Ignoring the environment could jeopardize food security, potentially leading to insufficient food supply for the global population in the future.
It's absolutely true that achieving food sustainability will require us to assess how our food is produced, distributed, packaged, and consumed. Here in Hong Kong, eating out is a huge part of our daily lives, and many people love indulging in buffets. With over 12,000 restaurants serving a population of over 7 million, it's clear that the way restaurants source, cook, and serve their food plays a significant role. I'm sure you can imagine how food waste and packaging is a significant challenge that restaurants and groceries face on a daily basis. Now, let's hear about the proactive steps these businesses are taking to address this issue.
The first thing that we would try to avoid the food wastage. We have communicated and worked with a few organizations so that they can help us to handle the food leftover. About the packaging, usually customers or the government or the society worry about that we overuse plastic or some non-biodegradable package. And then in this aspect, we will try to use some biodegradable stuff, and we will try to avoid using plastic. I think it helps a lot in the society and the community in terms of ESG, and also for the carbon footprint.
We've been doing a lot for many years. So everything from the way I design the menus, the way we get people to eat, we do an all-you-can-eat dinner that's made to order instead of having a lot of wastage on a buffet. I guess our big thing is we have a green kitchen. So we use this green kitchen to really push technology and to really push sustainability. So they're some things that we do to ensure that people can really do more to be sustainable without even knowing it. Green kitchen is a technical term for what we phrase as a very modern kitchen. So what we've gone and done is use technology to help us really reduce our reliance on fossil fuels. So really reducing our usage of water and also our usage of power. Actually, the guests don't really notice, to be honest. So really, what we again use is technology. So for example, our exhaust hood doesn't use water. It uses UV. So we don't waste a lot of water in that. That's just one example. So a lot of the stuff we do is really behind the scenes that the guest doesn't ever really need to know about. Unless they're interested, then we're happy to share it. By ways of reducing our reliance on water and also our reliance on power. So we have everything from energy-saving refrigeration to water-saving taps. We have dishwashers that run on pallets instead of water. We also use an orca that reduces our wastage. Then lots of different ways. We're also reducing little incremental amounts of reliance on fossil fuels. So we have this machine called an orca. So then we have the rubbish from all of our trimmings from cooking and also all of the leftovers from the restaurant. When they're ready, we put them in our machine. And this is like a big washing machine for food. And what it does, in about 24 hours time, everything we put in this machine, like I'm doing now, magically turns into water. So we put it in like this, lots of rubbish. And then we close the lid. And that's it.
Now, at the same time, we have started initiative with the customers for many years that together we donate food to Food Angel so that they can create meal box for the needy. 150 of our stores, we actually donate some edible surplus of food to Food Angel. But at the same time, it's not just us, it's about customers. This year, actually, we are very happy to be able to launch some smart food donation machine. So customers, if you have a surplus of food at home, they can actually bring it to Park and Shop, put it in the machine, and we can help them with the logistic to donate to Food Angel. So this is the kind of initiative that we have.
In the evening, we start to reduce the price of fresh food or food that is close to its best before date, in order to benefit our customers and reduce food waste at the same time. Additionally, we actively participate in various food or kitchen waste recycling programs. Apart from donating surplus food to Food Angel, I am also appointed as a food rescue angel, responsible for regular food waste collection and encouraging guests to donate surplus dry food to Food Angel during the City Food Drive campaign. We hope to collect more food and help more people in need.
Mark Percy has just mentioned that utilizing technology can enhance work efficiency, while also promoting sustainability. In some cases, it can even lead to greater profits. Now, let's hear how these restaurants are using technology to reduce paper usage, improve operational efficiency, and make their employees' lives easier.
We will try to avoid using papers, such as we use our ordering system through smartphone. By using this, we do not need to have paper menu, and it helps a lot in cutting paper usage. Say for one shop, we might need to use over 50 or 100 menus with thousands of pages. Also, it helps to increase the efficiency in the whole working process. And in terms, we get the table turnover rate increased, and also the revenue and the profit. End up, the company and the customers and the employee could enjoy the benefits. Our company, the motto is focusing on people, relying on people. People, we means customers, we means the employees, and we means ourselves. For people, one key component is communication. We need to make sure each of us could understand the thinking inside our mind so that we can work out everything smoothly. For example, back to 2018, the first year we launched the ordering platform, I still remember the rate of using this. It's around 5% among the whole chain. We saw that the key problems come from our employees. They might worry that if we use the platform, they might lose their job. So we make it clear to them that our objective is not to replace them, but to make sure the accuracy and the efficiency. For this, I think have a click inside my employees' mind. Oh, if I use the ordering platform, it might make my job and my life more easy. And then we increase the using rate from 5% to 70%. And that's what I just mentioned is the communication. In my opinion, the stakeholders include the society, the employee, and the customers. Let's say the ordering platform I just mentioned, actually we give them some benefit by using this. Very directly that the customers can enjoy the benefit. And the second thing is about the employee and the society. There's some kind of recognition from the society, some ESG award or some caring company award. We encourage our employee, our staff to join the competition. And then throughout the competitions, they would be well aware why they need to do this. What's the benefit by doing this to the society, to the company? And then if at the end of the day, they can win the award, they would have a very high satisfaction on what they have been doing. And through what I mentioned just now, the customers and the employees, they could enjoy the benefit by doing different things on ESG aspects.
I guess for us, one of the main challenges was really the amount of manpower we used to implement these changes as well. Of course, of the initial cost as well. For example, we're recycling our oyster shells now, and they're going into the environment. So we sort and we wash every oyster shell that we use. So for us, it's really manpower is one of the challenges. And also just understanding that technology was also a challenge as well, and how we can best use that to our advantage and to the guests' ultimate sort of satisfaction. I look at my team and I say, you have children, so it's their future. So I sort of say, this is helping your family and your children's future. We do a lot of on-the-job training, and when everybody comes on board to start working with us, we also induct them on our vision of what sustainability should be and what we expect them to do. And then it's an ongoing job of just training all the time. Proud about the restaurant is when we get people like you who are interested in what we're doing. And it's also looking at how we're saving the environment as well. For example, reducing waste, reducing landfill. So there's lots of ways that we get our proud moments, but I guess a lot of it is behind the scenes as well. But we've also got some awards. We've got our 3 leaves from Swire Properties. We were the first green kitchen in a way. Those sort of moments make us proud.
We've discussed the direct sources for food providers, such as restaurants and groceries. Now, let's shift our focus to the primary sources of food providers, including fishing and farming.
Hong Kong's fisheries have drastically declined due to overfishing, unsustainable practices, and inadequate regulations. To protect fishery resources, trawling has been banned and a fishing moratorium is in place. These measures are crucial for conserving resources for future generations. As consumers, we can make a difference by avoiding or reducing consumption of overexploited or endangered fish species, such as bluefin tuna, golden threadfin bream, and sharks. This conscious choice can help slow the decline of threatened species, just as it has with shark populations. Farming is another important aspect of food sustainability. Hong Kong has around 2,500 small-scale farms that provide fresh and high-quality food. Many of these farms are adopting sustainable practices like organic and low-carbon production. Sustainable farming reduces carbon emissions by minimising transportation distances and avoids harmful substances like artificial fertilisers and pesticides. These farms also prioritise better practices like crop rotation to maintain fertile soil. Additionally, some farms use hydroponic techniques to grow vegetables efficiently with minimal resource consumption. By understanding the impact of fishing and farming on food sustainability and making informed choices as consumers, we can contribute to a more sustainable and responsible food system.
As we've seen, food safety and security can result in an insufficient food supply, and therefore are closely tied to food sustainability. Let's learn how a locally produced agricultural company bolsters their efforts toward achieving food sustainability.
首先我發覺咧，因為而家好多之前嘅種嘅植物啊都有農藥啦，咁我哋點樣可以生產啲最潔淨嘅蔬菜或者最健康嘅蔬菜俾市民去食用？呢樣就係我哋出發嘅目的嚟嘅。咁因為水耕咧就喺室內種植，我哋就可以控制晒所有嘅環境啊同埋營養方面嘅嘢。水嗰方面咧，我哋就會慳翻種土地嘅大概90%嘅。咁我哋只不過用1成嘅出邊嘅水，就我哋可以做到水耕，因為我哋啲水係不停循環啦、過濾啦去處理嘅。咁另外啦，啲人就會講到話，哇，咁電方面會唔會用好多啊？咁其實而家科技日新月異咧，我哋有好多技術咧都未必需要用太多電嘅。譬如我哋要用一啲高效能嘅 LED 啦，其實已經慳電咗係非常多㗎啦。咁同埋另外我哋嚟緊會有一啲光纖啦，引入去室內啦，或者用一啲光嘅反射 tunnel 啊，引入去室內，亦都可以做一個種植。多人咧個誤會就係喂用化肥啦去種，其實就唔係嘅，因為其實我哋呢啲叫一個精準嘅種植。咁棵蔬菜咧要乜嘢維他命，要乜嘢礦物質咧，我哋就俾呢啲礦物質同埋呢啲維他命佢。咁而棵菜咧係得到一啲係正100%佢想要嘅嘢，冇一啲其他嘅雜質俾到佢。呢啲咧礦物質啦，嗰啲咁嘅原料嚟嘅，咁可能佢生產當中可能都會帶少少有影響嘅。咁但係我哋可以 cover 翻嗰個影響嘅，因為我哋種菜咧會吸收好大量嘅二氧化碳。係一啲舊嘅科技啦，咁可能啲人喺室內種要買一啲二氧化碳翻嚟嘅。咁但係我哋咧已經採用到一啲新嘅科技，抽出邊嘅鮮風入嚟，俾翻啲初菜去吸收，就排放翻啲氧氣出去㗎啦。咁好似個城市嘅肺咁樣啦，亦都幫周邊嘅地方嘅空氣過濾。咁而且棵菜咧生長出嚟咧係會比較靚，唔會有其他嘅雜質同埋有其他嘅污染，係比較最好嘅。我哋唔可以抹殺咧話唔做土耕嘅。咁其實兩樣都有好處，兩樣都有弊處。講翻土耕啦，因為香港正咧土地係非常缺少啊。咁我哋如果用土耕嘅話，可能我要嘥1000尺先至種到大概幾百棵菜嘅。咁但係我哋正用水耕啦，我哋可以用一個多層式嘅種植，可以1000尺裏邊我哋種多8倍至到10倍嘅蔬菜出嚟。咁同埋土耕方面，可能佢用水方面會多啲啦。咁我哋水耕方面就用水量係非常少嘅。咁同埋其實如果土耕嘅話咧，我哋要落一啲農藥去處理啦，因為始終香港咧嘅天氣咧昆蟲係非常多嘅。如果唔落農藥咧，基本上係俾啲蟲啊嗰啲食晒嘅。咁但係我哋水耕咧，我哋喺一個環境控制裏邊咧，我哋可以做到係零昆蟲嘅。咁所以種出嚟啲菜咧係即摘即食嘅。咁嗰方面亦都可以慳翻一啲人手資源去清洗啲蔬菜啊，或者蔬菜受農藥污染啊嗰啲，呢啲我哋已經可以排除到嘅。 譬如如果有好多蔬菜，我哋都係由國內啦或者外國入口嘅，咁入嚟之前咧，可能經好多郵輪啦或者飛機貨運啊過嚟，其實嗰度已經消耗好多碳嘅啦。咁正正我哋喺本地種植啦，我哋已經係減少咗呢一批嘅碳排放出嚟啦。咁同埋我哋種蔬菜啦，我哋係真正吸收非常多嘅碳嘅。咁呢樣亦都可以解決好多碳足跡嘅問題出現。
Now, let's continue learning more about how farmers use technology to grow vegetables and achieve food sustainability.
其實未來嘅科技咧，可以令到水耕咧有更高一個層次嘅發展嘅，令到佢哋嗰個成本咧再降低啦，或者點樣再提升咧蔬菜嘅質素啦，同埋佢嗰個新鮮度啊，嗰啲都可以去處理嘅。譬如一架郵輪咁，或者貨輪咁樣運啲菜嘅。咁可能佢哋已經係要用一個凍櫃去雪凍啲菜運過嚟。其實我哋可以控制到佢咧，我哋運菜嗰一刻其實係一粒種子嚟嘅啫。其實喺1個月後到咗某個國家咧，已經變咗一棵菜啦。佢係中途咧已經係不停咁樣生長。咁我哋亦都可以減低我哋嘅成本啦、運輸啦，同埋提升咧菜嘅新鮮程度嘅。好多人咧就會覺得咧做水耕咧可能會投資好大啊，因為點解？因為佢哋正正會從一啲外國入口一啲水耕嘅儀器翻嚟啦，咁係一個非常昂貴買翻嚟嘅。咁我哋感覺到自豪就係我哋所有嘅嘢都係我哋自己做設計嘅 in-house 設計嘅，無論種菜嘅一個盤啦、一個籃啦、落種子嘅機器啦，再大啲我哋後邊嘅 IT 點樣控制成個工廠嘅運作啊、自動化嗰啲都係我哋公司去設計嘅，同埋呢一套系統咧，我哋正正亦都可以再帶領俾一啲大灣區啊或者其他國家去使用嘅。
Great. I'm sure that your perspectives on food sustainability have expanded to consider not just your food choices, but also the primary sources of the producers themselves. When it comes to food shopping, we often prioritize convenience, taste, and price. It might be worthwhile, however, to take a moment to reconsider the food we consume and explore new possibilities. Allow me to introduce MEECP, a valuable framework that offers tips on food sustainability. First, make sustainable food choices means we opt for locally grown organic crops and sustainable seafood. Embrace dietary diversity encourages us to increase the variety in our diets to support nature and ensure food security. Next, eat more plants suggests that we choose more plant-based options to reduce greenhouse gas emissions from the livestock industry. Cut food waste involves freezing leftovers and buying loose produce to reduce food that goes to waste. And finally, pass on plastic asks us to refuse single-use plastics and instead bring our own containers, and encourages us to choose packaging-free fruits and vegetables to combat plastic pollution. Don't underestimate the seemingly small choices you make. Remember, every little change counts. Let's think about how our food choices can make a difference.